So it brings us back to Ztimzum 1, because Ztimzum 1 is, as we know, it's not one action. It's actually many actions. So Malchut is getting an urge in herself through the extension of the light, specifically through the extension of Keter, an urge to actually see what is she? What is she? Why actually she's saying, why won't she ask what am, or what is he? Why she's asking who is she from the beginning? Okay, because from the beginning, the deep understanding in Malchut is that she's a receptive end, not a bestowal end. So if I understand that I'm a receiving vessel, or a receiving end of the will of the Creator, the second urge that is coming out of it will be actually the whole language of Kabbalah, which means that everything that is male has to do with bestowal. Everything that is female is to do with reception. So from the beginning, one can say that one of the first identity of us as a createe is to understand that we are females, we are receptors. All of us, men and ladies. The difference is that female or lady or woman is actually the true selfhood of the vessel, and the male is the soul. But that is the first thing that, so as a receptor, the question that actually rises, or the second question that it causes in that identity, is how to receive in such a way that I will not be in opposition to the origin, which is bestowal. Because understanding that I'm a receptor that is able to receive, I still do not have anything of a free will, or of my will, there is no arena for me to actually feel, not the Creator and not myself. So I'm not going to all the details of it, but if you wish to actually allow infinity into a finite state, you need to start with a point, with a dot that has nothing in it. Only with a dot or with a point, you can actually start to build, one can say, space, time, ability of a reality of the infinite to be included inside a dot. Okay, so if you will, for example, wish to see the true relation of, let's say, our planet, you'll have to remove yourself from where you are and go up, 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 till the planet will become a point, and then you can draw the relationship to other dots of the universe. Before that, you cannot see the relation to the infinite. It's the same about yourself. If you go inside, inwardly, you would see that you are comprised of many, 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 many dots, which we call cells. Okay. And the cells are comprised of many, many dots, which are nucleus and electrons, and they are comprised of even smaller dots. What it suggests is that the only way we can actually comprise relation is to become a dot. So this is what Malchut is doing. She's sort of emptying the perception of everything is in her to see herself as having nothing, but then what is being revealed is the connection to everything. Am I clear? Is it clear? Okay. So this is the first. So this is the sense of what Ari is speaking about, of expelling. The first movement of Ztimzum Alef is the expulsion of all light, of everything that I'm full of, in order to actually see that I'm a dot or a point with nothing, but then I can start to build a relation to everything else, because everything else is around me. So it's actually, the first dot is the coordination of how I stand in relation to the light. How a receptor is standing in relation to the light. So as I explained many times, this brings two oppositions or two opposing sensation inside Malchut. One sensation is what we call shame, which is the power of not bringing or losing this insight of herself. And the other is knowing that she wished to, the need, it's not only a wish, that it's an let's say uncontrollable desire that was embedded in her because of the expulsion of the light, is the desire and need of the light. So those two, which means what has been embedded in me from the higher and the need of me of the other side, creates the cause of a new vessel, which is not only a receptor, but this, one can say, this screen, which has two, one can say, two measurement or two qualities to it. The screen it conceals and it reveals. It conceals the direct contact with the light, but it reveals the possibility and the knowing that there is definitely something behind the screen, which I wish to connect to. And this is, it's called intention because it is created from the inner tension between that which was causing me to actually find the way which will be more in affinity or adhesion with the higher, and still fulfill the need of the creator for a receptor. So what we're saying that this becomes the cause of the new vessel, the vessel of just wishing to receive without any kind of relation, attitude, or wish, not for myself, but for the will and the wish of the creator, was actually was struck out as a possibility of acknowledging or being in partnership with the light. So the screen is, or the intention, as we call it, is the cause of the new vessel, which is called return light. Meaning return light is already a result of my attitude and my relation to the infinite light, to the direct light, what is called direct light. Okay. Now, this return light, it becomes the only vessel, or the only possible vessel through which actually I can be a receptor and not detach myself or separate myself from the source or from the creator. Because the return light, actually what we're saying, this direct light has in it all the aspect of four lights. So you have Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, Zeranpin, and Malchut. Okay? Yeah? You have all these four aspects of light. Now, Malchut was the receptor of everything. But now she turns herself not to be a receptor, but to be a bestower. Meaning, she's saying, I'm not going to get to myself unless I can bestow what she can bestow to the creator. She can bestow her attitude, her feeling, her consideration, her consciousness of its presence. So this Malchut, in return light, becomes Keter. Yeah. Now, and it divides itself. Okay, so there is a Keter and there is Chokhmah, and there will be Binah and Zeranpin, and here it will be Malchut. So what happened? Malchut now is an equivalent to Keter. You see, at the top? Yeah? So it means that it's not the desire itself or the will itself, it's the reformed will, which is not aimed towards myself, but it's aimed towards pleasing the thought of creation. This is the vessel. And how it operates, it's saying only through this measurement of what we call fidelity to the quality of light, or adhesion to its measurement, its qualities. Okay. Because I wish to be used by the creator, a receptor that will be used for the purposes of bestowal. What is a vessel? A vessel is something that the light can reveal itself in. If there's no vessel, there's no light. So Malchut is saying, or she's stating her desire, and her desire and will becomes the law of all creation. Meaning that only if we have a will to bestow, to give ourself for the creator, for its being able to extend itself, then the light can extend itself through this dress of intention, which is the return light. And therefore, if we get to Malchut, but Malchut is equivalent to Keter, it starts to bestow itself, to extend. It wishes to extend because it's in equivalence to Keter. Keter wishes to extend, so it extends itself up to here, and it becomes the dress of all the direct light. Only through that, inside this, direct light could actually extend itself. It's in a way, this is why it's a very serious, because it's in a way, not in a way, it's how Malchut is establishing a law upon the extension of light into all the worlds. So she's saying, if we do not establish a screen, which is exactly the demarcation line of lishma velo lishma. Lo lishma is for myself, for my own interest. I can study Torah like this. I can fulfill mitzvot like this. And therefore, it's not a valid vessel for the light. It is only valid if I'm actually using all this in order to be a vessel of extension, meaning to create an intention or to create a screen through which I can build a return light, or the group can build itself as a return light, and only through that the light can extend itself. Okay. So actually, we cannot understand anything unless we understand that, or at least try to perceive that.